All right, good people. I'm here live in the counselor's corner. It's your boy, the controversial counselor. All right, tonight's topic. I know y'all been waiting on it. Part three: surviving your man's zodiac sign. So tonight we're going to take a look at Cancer, the King Leos, as well as the Virgos. All right, who we got? We got some people coming in. All right. Hey, Anitra, thanks for joining me in the Counselor's Corner. Helen, thanks for joining. Roxanne Brown Robinson, thanks for joining me. Blue Diamond, thanks for joining. Man, I'm on time today. That's a good thing. All right. And I got it live streaming from my computer, so it's all good. So, all right. Let me see, do I got any housekeeping news? Oh, as far as the call-in feature, I got the phone and everything, but I'm missing a piece. So I'm waiting for that to come into the mail. And once that comes, it'll be activated. So I'm thinking like next week, we'll have the call-in feature. So what's going to happen is, I think it's 3 or 4 lines. 3 or 4 lines. I have the number, and I'll be posting that, and you'll call in. So instead of typing when you have a burning desire or question, you're just gonna call in, and hopefully those lines, and I'll have it on speakerphone, so hopefully those lines be blowing up. All right, who else we got on here? Donna A. Lewis, thanks for joining me. Shakira, thanks for joining me tonight. Rockstar, what's up, Angel? How you doing? One of my peeps from college. I always look forward to seeing my fam from Niagara University. Boy, oh boy, did we have some good times. All right, so let's look at this Cancer man. I guess he would be considered every woman's dream, and that's because mainly he's considered Cancer is considered the mother of zodiac signs. So even though I'm focusing on males, that's what he would be considered, because Cancers are typically nurturers, supporters. So when you think of someone that's a nurturer, supporter, I'm pretty sure women, you're feeling those characteristics. Kimberly, thanks for joining. So that's what he's considered, and he's a natural parent who is very nurturing. Sherry, thanks for joining me. Sherry Woods, Linda Bailey, thanks for joining me. Lacey Briggs, thanks for joining me this evening. So he's a nurturer. Women flock to him because he's patient, attentive, and deeply understanding. So, I mean, I guess what more could you ask for? Nurturer, supporter, patient, deeply understanding. Man, I guess that is a dream. I guess us Gemini should be jealous. Not. Bridget, thanks for joining me, fam. Amber, Kiki, Rockstyler, what's good, brother? It's great to see you aggressively pushing forward, man. I'm trying, and this ain't easy, but I, got to stay the course. So I definitely appreciate you, Angel, taking your time to come in and, check me out. All right. As far as the Cancer, he accepts people for who they are. And that's not easy, people. That's not easy because, we live in a judgmental society where people always have something to say. So for Cancer, he accepts people for who they are. Now, again, let me get the disclaimer that we know that this isn't, it's not rocket science. It's that we know it's not 100%. It's not absolute. So just because I'm saying that doesn't mean all Cancers fit into this mold. But I guess if it was a typical one, this is some of the characteristics you would see. He's capable of having his friend's wife fall for him. So he's that dude. because even his friends, his homeboy's wife would fall for him because he's so nurturing and so caring and so understanding. So they probably, may say things like that. Oh, I wish Tyrone was like Melvin. I wish Clarence was like Melvin. He's so patient. He's so understanding. He's so good with children. And that's another one of his things too. He loves the kids. Not like R. Kelly, not like the Kells. He loves the kids to nurture them, support them. So, and and it shows, I guess. That's a bonus when you have a man that really cares, not care for them because I'm, I'm the father or whatever, because he genuinely likes being around kids, and it doesn't matter who kids they are. Man. So, and I guess women flock to him because of that. Man, I've been working with kids for like 25 years and I don't see people flocking to me. Damn, what's going on with that? Marsha, hey, how you doing? Thanks for joining me tonight. Derek Hall, thanks for joining me in the Counselor's Corner. All right, let's get back to. He is often shocked when women fall for him because that's not his intentions. I guess he's just being who he is, and people just gravitate and like him. And some people, as they say, send a representative, or they get involved with things just to try to benefit in other ways. You know what I'm talking about? Like when you have these damn fake youth sport coaches, and they want to coach kids, but they really don't have no structure as far as how to teach. Because with teaching is demonstration, demonstration. Trying to think of I'm trying to get it exactly how the great John Wooden said. You're going to demonstrate, and then it's imitate, then it's correction, then it's repetition. So some of these guys jump out here and they want to coach, but they're really trying to get at these single moms that bring their kids to all these sporting events, and they want to act like they coach. You should see some of them. I'm like, unreal, like the way they yell. And I'm not talking about like teenagers, 16, 17-year-olds. I'm talking about like kids that's like 7 or 8 and just learning the game. And they're trying to teach them plays and stuff like that. And I'm like, dude, they're kids. You got to make it fun for them. You got to do little fun games and things like that so they can understand what they're doing. That's a little off the subject matter, but that's how I do it. I'll throw that in there sometime. Hey, Anitra, how you doing? Anitra Cannon, because I already spoke to the other Anitra. What else you got going? His kindness comes off as interest or availability. So I guess nowadays as a man, you can't be nice. And because if you're nice or overly nice to someone, that means you may be interested in them or available. Wow. So ladies, pump your brakes. That brother is just in his heart to be who he is. And that doesn't mean he's trying to get down with you. So slow your roll. Because if he was cussing you out or being rude, that'll be something. But you ain't got to get ready to drop the draws already because he's being nice. It's just like I said, it's just in his heart. Cancers have a hard time hurting anybody's feelings. So they're not, that's just too difficult. They rather probably like to sugarcoat stuff instead of keeping it real. And I could see where that could be a problem in a relationship when you're going around kind of dancing around the mulberry bush because you don't want to hurt someone's feelings. I'm always going to make reference to the great Dr. Pappalardo, that he says sometimes you have to hit people on their heads for them to understand. So it can't always be a nice guy. Sometimes you just got to let people know. And they have to, and they'll understand. Prime example, don't say no names, conversation I had at work today. Same little girls, always getting into it, always about to fight. So I told a certain person, I said, how many times am I going to keep talking to these same people without us doing anything? His explanation, well, they're 12 years old, but okay, they're 12, but they have to learn. You have to do something different. So with me making that statement, like, okay, it's time for action. You can do the nice guy role, figure out what happened, but when it's the same two, three, four people about to fight every week, whatever, something needs to be done. All right, that's enough on that. Oh, I do not agree with cancer. My daddy was always hurting somebody's feelings. Again, like I said, this is an absolute. I mean, that was your father must have been real, but that doesn't mean we're saying, I guess, the atypical cancer, this what his profile should look like. So you may agree, and I have no problem with you disagreeing with that because your father may have been something else. And like I said, this stuff isn't 100%. I just thought it would be interesting just to see, especially like I said, and I don't know if it was part one. I remember surviving your man Zodiac sign, and this is part three today. Especially if you're someone out there dating, and if you're taking notes or you're paying attention, you can use this data to kind of say, all right, now I want to know how to frame these questions. So I'm dating the cancer or something like that, and you say, so how do you feel about kids? Do you have any? Do you like kids? And then, I can't stand kids, whatever. Don't want mines I got, or whatever the case is. So it's just certain things that you can kind of figure out. He said, yeah, he was real. He just told it like it is. Okay. Cancers feel he needs to take care of people and to nurture and support them. He wants a woman he can merge with mind, body, and soul. If he picks the wrong one, that can lead to depression. So that's how serious this cancer is. Like, he wants someone that he can mesh with the mind, body, and soul. And if he makes that mistake of picking the wrong one, can lead to depression. Wow, like, got to be stronger than that, man. Depression is no joke around here. And don't get me wrong, everybody has days of sadness, but I guess when it starts being like a regular part of your routine, the depression, then that's when you know you're gonna have to seek out some help. I am the Sharita Rita join. Thanks for joining me tonight. Ebony Swanson, thanks for joining me tonight in the Counselor's Corner. Okay, so he wants somebody that he can merge his heart, mind, body, and soul. It's deep, deep. He's a deeply emotional man, a sensitive, romantic who wants your approval. So he's not going to be considered like a alpha man because that kind of like direct, take charge. I'm the man, pump my chest, I call the shots. He's more, like I said, wants to mesh his mind, body, and soul. So he wants to become one, and he's willing to pull out all the stops to do that. Sherry Magwood Porter, thanks for joining me tonight. Nisi Carter Ellis, thanks for joining me tonight. We're talking about the sign Cancer. Uh, when he's disappointed or hurt, he would go into a shell. Because remember, Cancer, uh, it's like a sea creature or something, like, I forgot the actual words they use, but like we'll go into like a shell and kind of hide and kind of to protect, what most shells is used for, to protect yourself. So that's what he would do. If he gets hurt or he feels like he made the wrong decision with a woman, he might go into a shell. But the thing about it, as I'm doing this and reading it, it was like it may take him 2 years or so to get out of it. And I guess that's why sometimes we say sometimes women seem to have more resolve when it comes to that. Because when a brother gets hurt, I mean, 2 years. I'm I'm not saying that it's something wrong with taking time for yourself to kind of get over it and try to, work on some other things. But I hope I hope he wouldn't be around balled up in a fetal position, or just like his regular daily routine goes down, and hygiene and work ethic and things like that, because of a bad relationship. Fred, what's going on, Fred, the master barber? Fred be cutting up. I be seeing you, man. I'm gonna have to get with you. Sometimes when I come to the falls, I might not get a haircut before I come, so I'm gonna have to come holler at you. Maybe you could throw like a little counselor's corner or cocktail conversations at the barber shop, kicking it with the fellas. Uh, oh, thanks, Anitra. Crustaceans. Yeah, I knew it was something. I just didn't know the proper like aquarium type of words. If that's if you get what I'm saying. All right. So sometimes when women get in relationships with these cancers, that you may have to love his pain away, meaning that if you come in, because the thing about it is, he's going to give you the details. He's going to tell you everything that went wrong in that relationship. So it's going to be up to you to kind of nurture him back to good health. And then I think if he sees that you do that and you have nurturing skills, you bingo, you may have hit the jackpot with him. So think about that as well. And I know from reading commentary throughout, people, women to say, "Oh, I don't got time for no fix me upper and all that stuff. I don't got that to do." Uh, Listen, if the shit you doing now ain't working, and it's a brother that's nurturing, patient, got a good heart, and he just went through a tough spot, why the hell you can't do genuinely what's in your heart, hopefully, to, and maybe it's not in your heart, but if it's in your heart, why can't you try to love that brother back to good health and get him back going? Because once you got him, he's gonna he's gonna take care of you. You're gonna be in good hands. Okay, Fred said gladly, no problem. That's what's up. I appreciate that love. What else? Many women are standing, and there's many women standing in line for cancer. So they're waiting by their phones for someone of his magnitude to call, because they know his basic characteristics are great. Like, again, I can't say it enough. Nurturing, patient, supportive. Man, damn. That I wonder, when I do the women's series, is that going to be the same thing with some ladies, whatever? Because if you got all that in somebody, that's a winner to me. That's a winner. He needs to be adored and understood. He comes across as clingy, but that means he cares for you. So, I just gotta say this. It's so messed up with relationships. You said, I think so. I'm a Cancer. Okay. Anitra. It's so messed up when people like, oh, he's too clingy or whatever the case is. So you be damned if you do, you be damned if you don't. You can't win. So you have somebody that wants to spend time with you and wants to, and I guess what we determine what clingy is. My thing is, when someone else doesn't have no life and it's all based around you. So you have things going on and they can't do anything on their own. They don't have any friends. They don't go to their family's house. And every time it's time for them to do something, it has to be done with you. Now that's a different type of that shit a hot mess. So with that, that's different. But I think sometimes people kind of take that word and just kind of abuse it. And it might be a case that it's not even really being clingy. It's just, okay, want to spend time with the person you care about. We got to get it together, people. He wants his woman to be his best friend. Well, part-time best friend, part-time confidant, part part-time therapist, part-time mother. No, y'all not feeling that one. And part-time sex machine. So I guess it might be two things that y'all want to look at and say, therapist and the mother. He wants to be a woman's everything, basically, Marcia. Yes. So I guess with the therapist, let's be real. When you're in a relationship, some days the man may be like the play the counseling role, and some days the woman may play a counseling role. So people have a bad misconception when you think of the word counseling. You just automatically think, oh, um, I'm not crazy. You don't be counseling me. You don't know how many times I've have heard that over the years. David, don't be counseling me. I'm not counseling you. I'm being who I am. I'm being who I am. If I'm listening, if I'm paraphrasing and giving you reassurance and support, that doesn't mean I'm counseling. Prime example, I always got to go back to the middle school, the essential age group that kind of dictates everything. So yesterday after school, see a young lady, she's like, oh, Mr. Glover, do you have an office here? What? Like, why wouldn't I have an office? Well, I never been there before. So you never been in the guidance office? No. Can I go there with you now? She was setting up. She was in charge of the lighting for our National Honor Society induction. So she came in there with me, and the first thing she said, well, I've never been in here before because I don't have problems. So even at that age, from that age, you automatically think that if you go into the counseling office, either it's drama in this day and age or you got problems. So we had to explain to it that it's not just for people that have problems. It's people coming there and they're great students, but they may just come in there to chit chat or might talk about goals or something good may have happened to them and they wanted to share with you. Fred said that's rare having a dude that wants to be up under his partner like that in this day and age. Ivan, thanks for joining. Malika Bozeman for joining. So Fred, take me back to that. Why do you say that? That is rare for a man to want to be up under his woman. I just want you to, throw a quick little line or two. All right, back to the Cancer. He is a stable person that usually has his finances together. Oh, another great thing. He has his finances together. Now I know that, that those are good points. So he's definitely looking good, other than him wanting you to be his mother sometime. He likes quality. But it's not the I guess he like quality as far as clothing and things like that, but he's not the type to waste money on clothes. He has a weakness for travel, and he likes to travel first class. So another thing, here you have it. So he's not going to spend all his money up on clothes, but when it's time to roll out, that brother's ready and he's going to go first class. And also, they said his passport usually has a lot of holes in it, and he's always ready to go. So another great benefit of that Cancer brother, that he likes to do his thing. He might be ready to go see the world. So wow, that's good stuff. Eric James, Easy E, what's going on, brother? Thanks for joining me in the Counselor's Corner. What else? He is quite picky on who he lets into his bed. So he's not going to be the type to just jump and try to bed you just based on your looks, your appearance, or whatever. He's gonna take some time, because remember, he's looking for that person that he can have, that he can mesh, and y'all could be one, because he's really trying to wife you. He said, "Oh, my son is a Cancer, and he's ain't none of that." I don't know what's going on with your people, Kimberly. I don't know. Maybe he's not none of that, because might be in his DNA from your father that he's not like that. But you don't know. Maybe he do have some. You just don't see it. And I know you're like, well, I'm his mother, but it's sometimes people act different when they get around different people. So he may have some of these characteristics, but they just may be hidden from the family. I don't know. Maybe I'm reaching right now. All right. He has no problem being a traditional man and letting his woman be the traditional female or woman. When he is in love, he just wants his woman to be happy. So that's pretty much his goal will be to make sure you have the life you fantasize about. So it's all about that nurturing, supportive role that a typical Cancer will want in his woman. So, man, I guess who would turn that down? Talk to me, ladies. Dating. Let him know that you are interested in helping, uh, like I guess in conversation when you're dating, you let them know that you care about kids or children. Man, that's looking real good. So remember, he's big on that. Unless he has some drinks, he will not rush into bed. So on a typical regular day, he's not going to try to be one that just try to get it in. He loves to listen to funny and embarrassing stories. Uh, Put all 52 cards on the table. Your honesty will turn him on. Hmm. If you don't have your shit together, let him know. He may have some advice for you. So sometimes you jump into something and you may not have everything together. But that's another problem with us people, because how many people go into a relationship and tell people, listen, I struggle with this. I'm not good at this, because everybody wants to frickin' lie, like you lie on job interviews and stuff like that, that you lie on dates because you want to be something that you're not. This brother saying, because remember, when I first opened up about him, he's not going to judge you. He's going to accept you for who you are. So if you're a female and you say, you know what, my money just, I've been working in and out, jobs that kind of, just getting by. So I really haven't traveled or did much because I'm always, I'm just trying to keep my head above water. So maybe he would be the one who's kind of, talk to you and maybe give you some advice in that area. So think about that, whatever. So if you put everything out there, I'm sure he'll be willing, he'll work with you. What else? If you don't have, or he needs lots of your attention um, at the beginning, and he needs lots of your attention at the beginning. So I guess basically saying that if at the beginning when y'all start dating, he doesn't want to be at no concert or no places where that is a big crowds, or meeting up with your friends and all that. He wants that one-on-one time to kind of dissect you and figure out, is this the person I really want to be with? So all that concert stuff and movies and all that stuff, nah, he'd rather be somewhere in the cut in a nice restaurant where it's you and him eyeballing each other and y'all getting to know each other. Is that too much to ask for? And like I said, if he invites you to dinner, it would be at a fancy spot. But if he invites you to a fancy spot, make sure your etiquette is on point. And, you don't want to be sitting there smacking, this chicken good, I had, and all of that, and eating with your hands and licking and all that stuff, then cussing and carrying on like a truck driver in your conversation, because that may be a sure way for him to say, he might hit you with the move that women do. So you might go to the bathroom and he might say, call up the waiter over, waitress, say, here's the bill, I'm paying for it, here's the tip. Just tell her I got sick or whatever, I'm out of here. So make sure that you be on point. And I know I'm not talking to any children, but come on. We've been out and seen other people out, and you've been at decent spots, and you're like, what the hell? Like, why the hell are they so loud? Why are they laughing like that? Whatever. Like, damn. So just think about that. When he drops you off, this this is funny right here. They said S.R. Covington said when he drops you off, let him uh, pretty much tongue you down. So it ain't the little goodbye mommy kiss on the cheek. Let that brother throw that tongue down your throat, because remember, he wants to see if you're passionate. And I know some of y'all saying, what? How many times we went out? Yeah, I'm not about to let no man put their tongue down my throat and I just met them. Stop playing. Some of y'all will. You will, especially if that brother is smooth, debonair, supportive, nurturing, and all that. Yeah. Dara Bell, thanks for joining me tonight in the Counselor's Corner. So stop lying. I know some of y'all say it right here. So go ahead. Who's going to be the first one to type it and say, I will not let no man on the first or second date throw their tongue down my mouth. If you're able to wait for the relationship, it will be well worth it. All right. Let's get to the sex component. Sandra, thanks for joining. Sandra Princess Brown, thanks for joining me tonight in the Counselor's Corner. I'm going to have to pick up the pace because this is only supposed to be an hour long, and I'm spending a lot of time on this cancer. If the cancer is young, if he's young, his approach to sex is more romantic. He wants to believe he is the teacher and you are the student. He can be a little insecure about his sexual capabilities, so he prefers a woman with less experience. So he's really not that gladiator, that stallion, especially at a younger age. So he's probably looking for someone who really is, not that experienced. So some of y'all might have some thread on those tires. So that cancer brother may be a little intimidated by you, but don't worry. I guess you just got to be a little patient with them and a little caring and supportive, and y'all can work through it. Marcia, it depends if the chemistry is there, and I feel that he is truly passionate. I just told you he's passionate. Then I just told you the brother is passionate. I'm messing with you, Marcia. Don't get all personal, all upset. But supposedly he is passionate. All right. He likes his woman to be ultra feminine, but strong and independent. He likes you in lingerie and may even have his own account and surprise you with gifts from Victoria's Secret. So I know some of y'all like that feature of that brother having his own Victoria's Secret account and surprising you with some gifts so that you don't have to wear them damn panties in a pack from Walmart. Yeah, I know what I'm talking about. Them panties in a pack, like 5 pair for $12.99. Said, Nietzsche said, Marcia, get with him. So remember, he might hook you up because he wants to see you in a certain thing. So he's going to come over and he might even have you like, oh, I saw this out at Victoria's Secret, then this is what I want you to wear. So are you going to wear it or not? Or are you going to say, I don't like them. I like my little bloomers on, my little granny panties or whatever. My ones for Walmart are panties in a pack because they feel more comfortable. April Harrison, thanks for joining me tonight in the Counselor's Corner. All right, he lives to please you. You won't have to tell him twice about what pleases you. And he also craves a deep and meaningful relationship with a woman. He's in it for the long haul. So that's that brother right there. As far as breaking up with one, because again, everybody has a different threshold for what they can deal with. So if you're the type in that nurturing and supportive stuff ain't your thing, then if you decide you are the one for him, chances he may, if he decides you're the one for him, chances he's already thinking about a lifetime decision. Like he's already got a lifetime plan if you're that person for him. So he's already putting a plan in action. But if you, like, again, need that alpha man or need that man that's a little rough around the edges, then you might have to like criticize his mother and say, make comments you don't think much of his father. Tell him you never want children because you don't like them. Stop giving him compliments, especially when he went out of his way to look good. Tell him you need a more masculine man and you're not into his emotional crap, or start making plans outside the house without him. If you do any of that, one day you're going to wake up and that good brother, he's going to be gone. He's going to be gone. So that's a sure way to run that brother off. And I hope nobody would be that cruel, but sometimes people just got to give it how it is because, people can't take nice. So therefore, you may end up having to pretty much, I'm going to say mistreat them, but kind of just be direct and firm. And then eventually you'll wake up or you'll come home from work and all his stuff will be gone. That's so sad. Really it is. All right. Man, I spent a lot of time on that one. All right, here's the big king, the Leo. Let's go. Denise Antoinette, thanks for joining me tonight. The Leo, proud, strong, fearless leader. Expects everyone to worship him. What do y'all expect? He's the Leo, the lion, the king of the jungle, the top dog. So you didn't think, you thought he was going to be something different in a relationship? Every day is an opportunity to party. And also, he's the life of the party. So when that Leo comes to the party, everybody's kind of like, oh man, here he goes. Pull out the red carpet because that brother is coming in and he wants all the attention on him. And best believe you better display it. What else? Women crave him and men want to be him. So he's that type of person that when he comes through, you got you and your girlfriends giggling in the corner like, he is so fine. Like, oh my God, oh, is he looking at me? Which one are he looking at? And I'm being a little facetious, but I know some of this is like true. Tamika Grooms, thanks for joining me tonight in the Counselor's Corner. Then you got the fellas like looking at him like, man, damn, look what he got on. It's tight what he got on. Man, look at his walk. Like, man, look how everybody like gravitate towards him or whatever. Like, man, I'm gonna have to change up my style a little bit. And fellas, don't sit up here and lie and say like, oh, you don't copy off of what you see another man, his little style or whatever the case is. I know it happens. I could call out people right now and say, you're trying to emulate somebody else's style, but you just don't look right doing it. So stop it. Be yourself. Lavelle Spencer, thanks for joining. This is just that Gemini in me. That's my twin, the controversial counselor. So what else? So everything he does is for attention, seeking purposes. Women crave him, and I already said men want to be him. He keeps a stream of girlfriends, so he always have a bunch of women in his game. It's not just you, baby. He has a few of them in his game. Roger, Big Roger's going on. Thanks for joining me tonight. What else? A deeper level connection like that Cancer's looking for. That Leo really, he's really not looking for that. At least not at first. Not at first. And we only can look at this as if you were, in your initial stages of dating someone, but now you may very well be with someone and just never got into the Zodiac signs and stuff like that. And you're like, damn, it makes sense now on why he acts like this or whatever the case is. Like, damn, some of this stuff is true. All right. So typically when you meet a Leo, either he's on his way out of a relationship or he could be actually in the process of falling for someone. So he's always in between something, always has something going on. Sound like a damn drama queen to me personally. Sorry, brothers, that's Leos. I'm just saying, that's what it sounds like. Ladies, y'all could tell me differently your interactions with Leos. How has that experience been? Marcia said the Leo man is very self-centered and have a controlling nature, along with being a womanizer. I could say something about the womanizer. Is he a womanizer or is he just a maintainer of women? Is there a difference with somebody being a womanizer, or what if it's just a man who's a maintainer of women, likes to maintain several women? Let me know. All right. Okay. He needs a woman to feel like a man. And that's partly because he wants a woman that will serve him and to make his life better. So, how many of y'all ladies on here, and it's a bunch of y'all on here, are willing to serve your man? And I ain't talking about on no paper plates. I'm talking about on some fine china or something like that, because real kings get served on real plates and not paper plates. I'm just messing with y'all. I had a show on that, I don't know, maybe like a year or two ago, and it was heated. And when I posted about that whole thing, it was probably like 200-300 comments on that. And people like, David, so you mean to tell me you don't eat off a paper plate? Hell yeah, I eat off a paper plate. If that's what was brought to me or whatever the case is, now I would want a woman to make my plate. And I'll eat off of a paper plate. I'm not that kind of shallow, but some people, it might be learned behavior, and that's what they know. They might have seen that their father never, their mother never fed their father off of a paper plate or anything like that. So they kind of inherited that same frame of mind. All right, gotta pick it up again. Gotta pick it up. He wants a soft, girly girl. He has a set of do's and don'ts for anyone that wants to get close to him. He is very generous, but can be stern with people that are close to him. He expects them to be perfect and to never let him down. Wow. So the do's and don'ts he has, and being kind of tough and rigid on people that's really close to him. And I guess in order to get close to him, he feels like that's an honor to be close to him. And if you do have that honor, then you damn sure better not disappoint him in any way. So he is also the type that he'll write you a check. If you say you're about to get evicted or your car notes behind or whatever the case is, he'll write you a check. He's pretty generous. He'll do that. And he doesn't pass judgment on people who are down on their luck, but that's to a limit. So he's only going to let that go so far. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to be someone that's continuously struggling and you're coming to him for help. So don't burn any bridges or don't try to abuse the situation. And this is also something about, he likes when people owe him. Remember the saying, if somebody owes you, you'll never be broke. But I think that was probably a saying from back in the days, because now people owe you and your ass will be broke because they have no intentions on ever paying you whatsoever. Now, ain't that crappy? So Thanksgiving dinner, Christmas dinner has never been the same for the last 10, 15 years, because people owe you and they be sitting there talking mad shit knowing they owe you $2,000, $3,000 or whatever the case is. It could be just 100, 200, but the fact is they still owe you. And then when that time, when NASA says it's time for Black Friday for y'all to jump off, they the first ones running out to try to go buy shit, but they owe you. And they looking you dead in your face and they owe you. So, but the Leo likes when people owe him, because I guess his thing is this. He actually keeps track of that, of everything he does for a person. And he keeps track of what you do for him. So what will we say? Is he petty? And then hopefully he's hoping by when it's all said and done that eventually your goodwill to him will catch up to everything he's done for you. He expects your full attention when he wants it. When it comes to money, everything he touches turn to gold. So he's one of them type of people. You know, there's some people like everything they touch turn to gold. Like it could be no wrong. And maybe because he's so influential and people follow him or whatever the case is, so people just invest. Y'all see it. You see it on a regular basis. Rich people stay getting rich because no matter what the hell they put out, our peasant asses will continue to support them. But let some person trying to be on the rise, we look at them like, oh, yeah, this ain't doing nothing, and it's crazy. So somebody like a Leo who's popular and people follow him, yeah, everything he touches is going to turn to gold. But someone who's trying to break through, we don't have that love and support. So I totally get why everything turns into gold. Okay. He often starts a fashion trend 2 years before it gets popular. So he's the type, he's not going to sit back and say, man, I wonder where he got that from. Or yo, bro, yo, cuh, where you get that hat from? He's already coming up with his own style and people going to, emulate him. And usually his style is ahead of the game. There is some people out there like that you like, okay, they're trendsetters. Like I said, he would never copy anyone's style. Oh, Angel, thanks for joining me tonight in the Counselor's Corner. He needs a woman he can respect or he will kick her to the curb. He can handle a lot of issues as long as there's no issues with another man. He don't do that. Why would the king want to have issues with another man? So he doesn't give a damn if it's your baby daddy or whatever the case is. He comes first. So you better handle it or you're going to get kicked to the curb. He expects constant attention and does not see anything wrong with him getting it from other women. So you got to have a tough skin to deal with him. And what I mean by that is, if you're out with him, you gotta kind of be like hell and back. Like, I don't even know who would want to go out with him when you got women teeing, laughing in his face. Hey, Melvin, how you doing? You looking good tonight, and all of that stuff. And you sitting there, and it's constant. And he's doing everything to get attention. Everything. You at a damn comedy show, he got to get up in the middle of it and walk through the front, just always trying to get attention. Like I said, it sounds like a drama queen to me, but you ain't heard that from me. No, you did hear from me. So I don't know, that has to be tough to have to deal with that on a regular basis. He feels he is perfect and can't see any flaws in his personality. So when you have an issue with him, like an issue, and y'all going back and forth, you better pack your damn lunch, because y'all will fight all night long, and that brother's still not going to admit he's wrong. So what you gonna do? So either you're gonna back down or what? Or like I said, pack your lunch because he doesn't think he does anything wrong. Uh, he's not the type to wear his feelings on his sleeves. He can't definitely. He could definitely use some help on being gracious. So it's even times when you go out and buy him something, his ass might not even say thank you because the simple fact he expects that. This is what you're supposed to do. I'm the damn king. Should thank me for blessing your presence. So what you got for me, that ain't shit. Just what you're supposed to do. You feel me? Mm, mm, mm. He believes everything and everybody in the world should be praising him in the first place. He will give good advice, but he does not practice what he preaches. So he may tell you, why the hell you go out and buy that shit? How much you spent for that? Oh, I had to have this time. What is it? I was about to say Kenneth Kors, Tom, whoever, Michael Kors, whoever he is, Coach Louis Vuitton. Why the hell you spend your money on that? Why the hell you spend your money on that purse and you ain't even got enough money to even reciprocate the amount you just spent on that? But his ass, remember, he likes to dress, likes to be a trendsetter. He could be in between jobs and will still go out and purchase that, but he'll give you a hard time based on your purchase decision. Go figure. Uh, if you don't mind being a trophy wife, living in his shadow, a relationship with a Leo can be fulfilling. It can be. So this, what I think is going to happen, uh, because I don't want to keep running over time, and I know I try to give y'all every little details, but I'm probably going to have to come on tomorrow, sometime at night, and just hit you with the Virgo. And it's just going to be the Virgo. Because again, I don't want to say something 10 to 11, then because I can go on and on. Because remember what they said about Geminis, we like to dominate a conversation and we're a conversation whore. That's not me. I just want people to be well informed. But I'm going to finish up on King Jackass uh, right now before I close it out. All right. So getting the Leo's attention is one of the easiest things in the world to do. It doesn't take much. You give him compliments uh, and tell him what you admire about him. But the thing is, he's used to women trying to impress him. So you're gonna have to do something a little different. You just commenting on his outfit, his hat, or his shoes, that's not gonna cut it. You're gonna have to go a little extra and beyond. Like, oh, Melvin, I like the way you coordinated. I see what you're doing with that pattern and how you got the stripe in there. Then your shoes match it. So that way, it's gonna let him know that you really paid attention. Oh, that's a nice little earring you have in your ear. What is it engraved in or something? You're gonna have to do something a little different than the typical thing to really show him that you're paying attention to him. Because other than that, he's going to say, he's not going to really care. He's like, I hear that shit all the time. He likes a woman that can make him laugh, and that usually leads to something more. You already know what it is when you somebody can make you laugh or they make you laugh. Laughter goes a long way. So on your first date, you want to make sure you're wearing your best dress. You want to get waxed and make sure your hair is right. And this is the type that he is. Y'all out together is nothing better for that Leo to know a bunch of men are looking at his woman. So when you go through and you curvaceous, and them dudes like, and he knows they're looking. He might even turn around and look back to see that they're looking, and yeah, and the other guy's like, God damn, man, I know he gonna, because guys are pigs and disgusting. I know he gonna tear that shit up tonight. That's the stuff that they say. That's the stuff that they say. Usually, if I'm there amongst those people, I just may be sitting there grinning, whatever, like, y'all stupid. But that's the type of stuff. So that Leo likes for y'all to check out his woman. So come correct on what you're wearing, because that's what he's going to expect. In a relationship, you'll gain brownie points by singing his praise. We already know that. But be careful, because there's a lot of girlfriends that's out there, or women that's, they're trying to get in his sack. And the thing is, he won't. It could be your friends, and he won't dismiss them. And he may, after the fact, you may find out that he ended up getting with one of them. So that's just how he rolls. All right. So got about like 4 minutes left. I'm gonna go through this. Fire sex. The Leo man expects to have whatever he wants. He wants you to do most of the work, because after all, he is the king of the jungle. So you better be prepared. It's not like the Aries guy and stuff like that who wants to be controlling. I think after the fact, he wants to dictate how things run, the Leo, but he wants you to do all the work. So it wouldn't be shocking for him if he wanted oral sex to tell you probably to just drop down, get on your knees. This is what he wants right now. So that's the type of mentality that he may have. So he may not be big on foreplay. And he may say, all right, we want to have sex or whatever right now, and you looking for all the passionate kisses and touching and all that stuff. And he might be ready, okay, get on top. This is what I want. You got to come better than that, king. But he'll ride you like a stallion. Leo has stamina of a 21-year-old and will wear you out long before he's done. Well, I guess he will wear you out if you do most of the work. So I guess maybe after you're wore out from doing most of the work, he catches his second wind, and then he's ready to take over. It's a little there's a little trickery to that. And he's the type that he likes to look at himself. So if you're at his spot, it wouldn't be surprised if he have mirrors and different things. Might even have a damn camera, so he can go back and play it, and he can review it and see the work he did or the lack of work he did. So again, remember, there's always a slew of women waiting to take your place. Let him maintain sexual control, and your Leo will learn to worship you. All right, moving on without a Leo. So breaking up with him. Nobody leaves a Leo. Just don't happen. Can't break up with him. You crazy. You're out your rabbit damn mind if you think you just gonna cut him off and just walk. Leo, let him leave you. That's the trickery into it. You have to let him leave you. So, in fact, if you stop worshiping him, he'll be gone in a hurry. If he's talking to you and you take out your phone or say, excuse me, or your phone rings, I got to take this call. Then after you take the call, and once you hang up and you don't go back to his initial point, oh, he's going to be pissed. Spend plenty of time talking about yourself. Maybe you don't even let him get a word in. And maybe his little attention antics, you just ignore them, and you do your own thing. Those women that's waiting in the background, he'll be making a move with them soon if you behave like that. Tell him you can't go out that night because you don't want to miss your latest Lifetime movie. Because remember, all he wants you to go out for anyway is a dog and pony show, especially if you're looking good, got the nice body, nice complexion, and everything, smelling good. He just wants people to see that he's walking out with the best, probably hoping that someone else steps up their game anyway. Just don't let him think it's another male who's making you act this way. So now you don't want it. If you got somebody waiting in the back burner, now you don't want him to know that. Then you really will have hell to pay. Uh, so when he's done with you, trust that he is completely done. Once you dare disrespect the king, he'll change his phone number. So I already said drama queen, probably a little petty. That you know, because me, I'm not changing the number that I had for like 20 years, but he's the type that'll change it because he don't want you to have any access to him. He'll block all your calls and move on without a backwards glance. So that's pretty much the Leo. And again, for you Virgos who were waiting, I'm just trying to honor the time. Now I know I'm going to have to pick up the pace, but I like to go through, kind of explain and give a little scenario, a little situation with each talking point. So, but I'm not going to go on with the Virgo because I know that it'll be 11:30, 11:40. So tomorrow. And I know tomorrow's Friday, you might be ripping and running or whatever, but you can always go back and check it out again. But I'm just trying to honor my time. So tomorrow sometime I'll go on, and it's probably only going to be like a half an hour, and I'll discuss Virgo. And then by the end of the weekend, I'm going to close it out with part 4, and that's when I'll be talking about um, what is it? The Scorpio, Libra, and Sagittarius. And everybody wants to know about this damn Scorpio. I done got a couple messages or comments. Did you do the Scorpio? Did I miss the Scorpio? Who the hell is the Scorpio? We already did the top dog, Gemini. I did that the first night. So anybody else is just, I'm just speaking on. So we already did the Gemini. So what more do y'all expect? But needless to say, that'll be coming up because I want to see what this Scorpio brother is about. So with that said, I want to thank everybody for joining me tonight. Stay tuned this weekend as I wrap up this series of surviving your man's zodiac sign. Can we say, yeah, I had the deadly man. And he said, I can't stop laughing. I am done. But you are right, David. Yeah, talk to me, Denise. Tell me what I'm right about. I don't want to just speculate. I'm hoping maybe you're saying that I'm right about what the hell is this big deal about the Scorpio, or we already did, the big dog already went, and that's the damn Gemini. And this Leo dude trying to make it seem like he's the man, but he's a drama queen. The Gemini is the truth. So anybody else after that? So when you talk to a person and you say, what's your sign? When your birthday? And they say, I'm an Aries. I'm a Taurus. Once they say they're not a Gemini, shit, you already know you got the second best. Think about that. With that being said, I'm out. Stay tuned for the call-in feature. Hopefully that'll be coming, the call-in feature. Hopefully that'll be coming in next week. Everybody, check me out tomorrow. And probably, I don't know, Saturday night, Sunday, I'll go on and close this out. Then I'll start looking into, I might go live and do something else, kind of give us a little breather from the zodiac signs. But it wouldn't be right if I didn't come fires with the women, because y'all got some slick with y'all, and I can't wait. And from what I glanced at, it seemed like some of the stuff is similar, but it probably, a few little points may be a little different here and there, but I'm going to definitely look into that. So, I'm going to marinate that ass on a platter. Trust and believe when I get to the ladies, whatever. I'm joking. I try to be gentle like a Cancer. Said, yeah, call in. Great job. Okay. So I'm out. That's it. Everybody take care. Have a good day tomorrow. Hopefully I'll be chatting with you tomorrow, and do what y'all got to do. Just be good and well, be great. All right. Thanks everybody for checking me out, and talk to you soon. Bye.